We good?
On this freezing day, we can begin.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Isaac.
I'm Marcus.
And today we have Richard van Arkel on. And we have a few challenges for Richard today. We both know that in maths there's a lot of new notations, and we thought it might be fun to give you a taste of what it's like
for us to experience everything for the first time.
all from your lecture slides.
Nice.
With completely new, things, and see if you can figure out what they are.
Content is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Genius. I love it.
Alright.
I absolutely love it.
First one.
Splines.
Okay. Never mind. that is too quick. Splines.
Let's make it look difficult.
Yeah. What? Okay. Okay.
The error for Simpsons.
Never mind. Should we cut this? Should we just skip to the memes? Pick the easy one to start with.
Taylor expansion for the error accuracy for differentiation.
Do you appreciate the prime?
I do, I really do.
The prime.
Optimus Prime's genius. I also appreciate the attention to detail where you had to lift each one into spot.
You need to get the reference as well.
It's a differentiation higher order differences formula where I'm just what's the sum? Dim sum.
Yes.
And I can't see what that is.
Actually,
It's like a tribute tree with rivers coming up, but I can't get the name.
the unicorn is imaginary because I
Oh right, nice.
could not think of anything else. But yeah. But I don't remember what I did with that one. I think Jacob did it.
It's
before.
divided difference, but maybe it's like a river divergent.
Yeah, maybe
Nice,
that's the one.
nice,
Okay.
love it. Dim sum's genius.
Should we intertwine it with some interview questions to fill up the interview? Because he's just going through this way too quickly. Okay, so how did you end up teaching us in Imperial? How did you end up here?
End up here?
Yeah.
So it was at the end of my undergrad. I'd done a year in industry, and in that year in industry, as an engineer, I was working with a surgeon on a brain surgery robot, and I realised that what I wanted to do was engineering mixed with medical. So then, classically, when you're in your final year, you just troll things that you could apply for, and you're just really searching. And it became apparent that Imperial had this really hot mix between orthopedics and engineering, where in mech eng and bio-eng they do a bit as well. You get this the engineering focus, then they do medicine as well in the faculty of medicine, and that's pretty much Imperial's business. So it just felt like the right place to do it, where you get that collaboration with surgeons, but you're doing the engineering side.
And can you briefly talk about the research that you're doing right now?
Yeah, so it's a mix of stuff. There's quite a focus on knee. So I work with a surgeon over from Charing Cross, and they've just moved to a new building, the Uren Centre. And we're asking the question, when you need to replace someone's knee because they've got severe arthritis, should you be replacing the whole thing as default because there's no chance you leave anything residual, it's just done? Or should you do less invasive treatments where it might be a more complicated surgery in the first instance, but if you get it right, it's the benefit that gives you outweigh the you've done something less invasive to the joint. And so we do things like we do surgery up in the lab upstairs, and we put quantitative data behind the forces that go on the joint, the pressures that go into the joint, the way the joint moves and the kinematics, and we look at the way the implants and the surgery influence that. And we give objective data to make those surgical decisions.
For all the suffering ME2 and ME3 students out there, what would be a thing that you would say to them to get through these tough times? Would it be, it doesn't get any better than this?
Stay on and then you get this for the rest of your life.
I think it's just learn how you work. People deal with it in different ways. Some people are very organised and they keep multiple spinning. Some people find that inefficient and they prefer to work on one thing, close it off, work on the next thing, close it off. And a lot of it is just learn what works for you and just then get on with it. The thought of doing it is always worse than actually doing it. And this is advice that I say but never follow.
That is very true.
Where it's like you can spend hours not doing something, and then when you finally do it, you actually realise it only took like half an hour, but you spent 3 hours justifying why you weren't going to start.
That's me getting out of bed in the morning.
Yeah.
That is so
I don't want to get out, and then you plan your day in the bed, and it's 1 hour passes. Like, I need to replan it now.
Yeah, it's exactly that stuff. Or like, I've got an espresso machine, like a proper one, where I have to grind the beans and stuff, and it's amazing how much time I can justify. Like, just need to make this flat white, and then I can get on with it.
Yeah.
And you're just like, it's that. So yeah, that's a do as I say, not as I do. But it's always the thought of it's worse than actually doing. But that doesn't actually help with just getting on and doing it.
So the message is,
to people, don't do it alone. Like, never do it alone. Like, even though it's like a mainly remote year, just like share experience with people. Like, there's no way you can do it by yourself because it is hard.
So the message is, just get on with it. Anyways, we're gonna move on to, I think we have 2 more of these.
That's just Simpsons rule. But
but
it's
that's
Simpsons rule. I love it. Well, there's that Futurama, the thing I did.
Yes.
Genius. I never know my throwbacks. I'm like culturally, I never evolved from like 10 years ago. So like I've got all these references, but they were relevant when I was in your position. But they're all so outdated now. And so
which we love, which we absolutely love.
I should watch some more popular culture so I could just update my references a bit. But I'm just
I
in the past.
think you've hit the sweet spot where we find it nostalgic.
But
you find it
it's funny. It's the interpretation one, but I'm more. You've got the fear.
Yeah.
The fear of the error calc.
Yeah.
I think that's, and pie.
And pie.
You've got cake pie. Love it.
We don't have pie emoji. Is the issue. We're trying to find that for about half an hour. Anyways. Matrix, and we have.
Do not understand at all.
The Matrix means.
I mean, the best advice would probably don't worry about catching other films. They're probably not worth it. Like they were like amazing in their
own
first
one, and then the rest of them you can just kind of.
There's so many other great films, but it's just for us that was like. I mean, the PlayStation 2 had just come out, and now you're onto the PS5.
Oh, they're doing a new Matrix film, I think. I don't know, a bit iffy about all the films getting rebooted.
Yeah, I know. It's because it's so much like less risk, isn't it? They're guaranteed that, like, basically, everyone like me will go and watch it, and will guarantee spend the money to go and see it. And they're just like, even if they make something crap, I'll still go see it just because you've got that throwback thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like they'll do like Avengers for eternity because kind of your generation, like you've spanned the 10-year gap where it was like the thing. So in 10 years' time, they can throw out another one and you all go pay to see it.
It's like Star Wars.
Yeah, same, exactly the same.
We have a few really bad memes. Yeah, do you like Pokemon?
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Because we were trying to find memes that are from your generation. and Pokemon is around, what, early 2000? Yeah. Around then. When Matrix came out, so I was like, that one must work.
It's good job you picked one from Pokemon Red or Blue, because otherwise I wouldn't recognise the Pokemon.
I don't even know the difference. I was wondering if you code like an engineer, because you say, we should never look at your code. Do you have anything similar to this? Yes equals true.
Yes equals true, exactly. Exactly.
This is in London. We've recently found, and we do not like the maths of this.
I love that one. That is brilliant.
Incorrect.
That one is genius.
There's one that's really
I love
good.
everyone's references in the lecture. Like I've said to that first one, it's just in the chat, there's a constant stream. Every lecture someone managed to fit in one reference.
Like, okay, this one's borderline okay because also is a 2000 movie film reference. It's a bit off, but it's really bad. It's really bad.
Go on, give me some context.
You know Shrek?
Yeah.
So some springs, some turbine.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me.
It's really bad. It's really bad. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you,
that was
guys.
really cool.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you.
We need a clap again. All right, cool.
But what's key is we can take frequency-based signals and we can convert them to time. And we can take time-based signals and we can convert them to frequency. And we do this with this weird-looking complex exponential integral. It's weird.